The Farmer's Bride by Charlotte Mew. The speaker, who is a farmer, describes his relationship with his young wife. They have been married for 3 years, but the relationship is cold and distant and is not based on love or romance. The girl responds to marriage by running away. After being hunted down and returned to her husband's house, the girl becomes afraid of men and withdraws from the human world, preferring to keep company with nature. The poem's key message is that marriage can be cold and depressive if it is not based on love or equality. The poem's title establishes the powerlessness of the girl, whose lack of a name reflects her lack of power and identity in a patriarchal world. The possessive apostrophe suggests that marriage allows the farmer to treat the girl like his property. The speaker is the voice of the farmer, who speaks in a first-person dramatic monologue. The speaker uses lots of natural imagery, reflecting his rural profession as a farmer. Several similes, such as flying like a hare, create a sense of distance between the girl and the human world. The speaker refers to his wife in the third person as she, unlike Byron and Hardy, who use the more personal, direct address of you when referring to their lovers. Mew's use of the third person creates a sense of the emotional distance between the farmer and the girl. Romantic love is presented as a chore to be done. Mew writes, "More's to do at harvest time than bide and woo." Mew uses the poem's opening line to establish the speaker's dismissive tone as he describes romantic courtship as a burden. Mew has cleverly structured this opening line. The farmer deliberately mentions harvest time before referring to courtship, which suggests that he prioritizes his professional duties over romance. The words do and woo create a rhyming couplet. This creates a steady rhythm which suggests the farmer's casual attitude to marriage. Mew builds on the idea that the farmer does not take romantic love seriously when she reveals that the speaker chose a girl who he admits is too young perhaps. The intensifier too suggests that the speaker's treatment of marriage like a chore has led him to make a destructive choice of bride. Romantic love is presented as cold and oppressive. She turned afraid like the shut of a winter's day. Here, Mew uses a simile to illustrate the effect that marriage has on the young girl. By comparing the girl's sudden fear to a winter's day, Mew suggests that marriage leaves the girl in a dramatic state of mental darkness and emotional coldness. The word shut has a connotation of force, suggesting that the girl feels oppressed by marriage, perhaps because she is young and fears sexual intimacy. Mew builds on this idea of the girl's oppression in marriage through using a semantic field of entrapment. Mew describes how the farmer chased her and caught her and then locked her inside his house. These powerful verbs create a sense of the girl's feeling of being helplessly trapped inside a loveless and frightening relationship. Romantic love is presented as obsessive. Mew ends the poem with the farmer's sinister description of his wife as he watches her sleep. The brown of her eyes, her hair. The repetition of the pronoun her implies an unhealthy fixation on features of the girl's body, perhaps suggesting that the marriage is not yet consummated and that the farmer feels intense lust and longing. Mew uses anaphora here, with each clause beginning with her introducing a physical feature of the young bride that the farmer is attracted to. The many caesuras disrupt the rhythm and create a sense of disordered, uncontrolled lust. The exclamation mark reinforces the farmer's extreme desire to be united with his wife, who sleeps alone rather than with him. Mew creates a sinister and predatory tone to the final line through the way that the farmer is spying on his sleeping bride, presumably without her permission, which only enhances the obsessive depiction of romantic love by Mew.